Hey there, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Will DuPree.
And I'm Mandy Dugan. This is KXAN Live News Notes. We're going to catch you up on the big stories of the day in less than 5.
Already we've heard from Austin Public Health. They do these weekly briefings now with different officials to talk about the community's response to COVID-19, and a couple things jumped out at us during that particular press conference. They did say that they are going to see potentially a spike in COVID-19 cases by mid to late June. That's what the current models are showing. However, that is all predictions. If we do things like the way we've been doing them, practicing social distancing, wearing face masks, being careful, that could be avoided. But it's a reminder for everybody out there to keep doing these things because that risk is out there. Another thing that they've been talking about is that a press conference will happen tomorrow with Austin and Travis County and the public health officials to talk about trigger points. So this is if we see a spike in cases, if we see more hospitalizations, these are the actions that could be taken to try to reduce that risk and keep us safe from the coronavirus.
So they're doing all they can to stay on top of this, especially as we get closer to those summer months and more people will want naturally to be outside and around others.
Right.
Something else that Austin Interim Health Authority Mark Escott said that I thought was really interesting. He said, there's kind of this push and pull between public health and supporting the economy. And he said, we can do both. It's just a matter. We have to find the sweet spot here. And as you mentioned, Will, he pointed out that finding that sweet spot does require social distancing, wearing a mask, washing your hands, and sanitizing. So it's really interesting, and I found it personally reassuring. I think others will probably feel the same way, too.
There has been an update as well about Austin Public Health testing for COVID-19. They hope to be able to test 5,000 people a week. That is a lofty goal. Currently, it's about 2,000 a week, and the city plans to expand testing hours and sites.
Yeah, it's also increasing staffing, too, and local health officials say if we don't continue to follow all of those guidelines that we've been talking about, we, again, could see that spike in cases in the coming weeks.
Today is the deadline for all Texas nursing homes to complete coronavirus testing of all patients and staff members.
Yeah, Austin Health tells us it has already helped 15 nursing homes complete testing in Travis County. Now, 6 others will be finished today. 11 nursing homes decided to actually test on their own.
Up in Williamson County, 3 of its 14 facilities are tested for the virus. Another 2 will be tested this week. Now, Governor Greg Abbott told us last week that today's deadline may be tricky for some health leaders.
Yeah, we heard him say that on KXAN News at noon. And, another major county in our area, Hays County, actually completed its testing last Friday. We're actually still waiting on the results from all of these counties.
We also got some new direction from Governor Greg Abbott saying there's more reopenings to come, including this Friday. Water parks will be allowed to reopen, though, at 25% capacity.
People are anxious to get into the water. So time slots for Typhoon Texas, that's over in Pflugerville, popular water spot there. They actually sold out within hours of Abbott's announcement on Tuesday. And the park shifted to a reservation-only model so it can make sure it is at 25% capacity.
Now, this new normal will also include closing the restrooms every hour for disinfecting and making sure people are still staying 6 feet apart. Finally, and unfortunately, bad weather thwarted the much-anticipated launch of SpaceX's first astronaut crew. The flight would have marked the return of human spaceflight from U.S. soil for the first time in nearly a decade. Astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley were scheduled to lift off aboard SpaceX's Crew Dragon capsule from Florida's Kennedy Space Center to the International Space Station. However, cloudy conditions forced launch operators to stand down less than 20 minutes to go in the countdown. The launch has now been rescheduled for Saturday. All right, everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm Will DuPree.
And I'm Mandy Dugan. This was your KXAN Live News Notes.